Good evening, Nivola here once again, and you may wonder what all these bottles are doing lined up on the bar. Well, I'm going to demonstrate another cocktail. It's one I don't make very often because it's a bit involved and requires a lot of spirits and a bit of work. But it's well worth the effort if you've got the materials and you like mixing spirits. So here's my recipe for Nivola's Long Island iced tea. And like most cocktails, there's lots of different recipes. This is mine. And it uses a measure each of vodka, gin, tequila, rum and Cointreau. Now, all of these are highly alcoholic, so if you use the big measure, be prepared to get stung. I'm going to use the little measure today, the 15mm measure. So firstly, we've got our cocktail shaker into which we put ice. Ice is very important for cocktails. Got to chill them down. So we'll start, as the list says, with vodka. And I'm not advertising necessarily any of these spirits. They are what I've got. So a bit of Smirnoff vodka there. A gin here that says Prince Albert's. I don't know where Prince Albert came from, or I don't know if I'd necessarily care. But we'll use his gin anyway. Tequila. Tequila is not necessarily a spirit I'm very fond of, but mixed in with the Long Island iced tea, it is pretty acceptable. So that's the tequila. Rum, well, there are all sorts of rums, but this Bacardi is a white rum, so we'll shove a shot of that in there. And then an orange liqueur. In this case, I've got Cointreau, but some recipes say triple sec, some say Grand Marnier. I think it's a bit expensive if you're going to use Grand Marnier because that's not cheap. Alright, so that's the spirits. Into that we add some lemon juice. This is lemon juice cordial, which has got a little bit of sweetness in it, but you might like to squeeze your own lemons. But that just gives it a little bit of oomph. So, having put all of those things in, vodka, gin, tequila, rum, Cointreau, and the lemon cordial, we assemble the shaker. And make sure the ice is in there, of course. Give it a bit of a go, which should stir it all up together. So, this is the glass, and I'd always put a couple of chunks of ice in there. Drain this very alcoholic spirituous mix. And the last thing is to add some cola. I've got plain old Coca-Cola here, but Pepsi works just as well, or sarsaparilla. And there we have a Long Island iced tea. Now you saw I used the small measures, the 15mm. If we use the 30mm measure, or some measures go up to 40, you can imagine all of these spirits at about 40% that this is very alcoholic. Let's try it. Well, that's really nice. It's got a lot of sweetness, but it's also got some tang and some grip, and it's very refreshing. Actually, if you wanted to sit back on the outside deck with a cigar or a smoke, or if you don't smoke, just with the Long Island iced tea, I can imagine that's pretty handy. Cheers. If you've got all this stuff, it's worth trying. Yum.